Okay, I'm making a little video about monoamine transporters. Okay, Wikipedia. Okay, the monoamine transporter. I clicked from the other one to this one because I wanted to know what this is. Monoamine transporter. Okay, Apigenin. Okay, I was reading in very detailed about Apigenin, and I saw Apigenin acts as a monoamine transporter activator. So I don't know what this is, monoamine transporter, so I click monoamine transporter. So now I'm reading monoamine transporter here. For me, this is look like this is important also. Monoamine transporters, MAT, are protein structures that function as integral plasma membrane transporters to regulate concentrations of extracellular monoamine neurotransmitters. Three major classes of monoamine transporters, CERT, DAT, NET, are responsible for the reuptake of their associated amine neurotransmitters, and these are serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. So this relates to serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. Monoamine transporters are located just outside the synaptic cleft. Okay, so the synaptic cleft, as we all know, this is the top presynaptic neuron and the bottom postsynaptic neuron, and then there's a space in between called the synaptic cleft. Cleft means like a canyon or opening cleft. So this is called the synaptic cleft. Okay, so this is where the things are sending from dopamine, sending to the next one to the bottom, and they're sending from the top to the bottom, and this in between is called the synapse, synaptic cleft. So, okay, where were we here? So, MAT, monoamine transporters, are located just outside the synaptic cleft. So just on the outside of the synaptic cleft. Transporting monoamine transmitter overflow from the synaptic cleft back to the cytoplasm of the presynaptic neuron, okay? Presynaptic neuron. So basically it helps transport back these things into the presynaptic neuron, it says. MAT, monoamine transporter, regulation generally occurs through phosphorylation and post-translational modification due to their significance in neuronal signaling. Neuronal signal, the signaling of the neurons, you see, the signaling of the neurons. Due to their significance in the neuronal signaling, monoamine transporters are commonly associated with drugs used to treat mental disorders as well as recreational drugs. A line that can become quite blurred in many cases. Compounds targeting monoamine transmitters range from medications such as the wide variety of tricyclic antidepressants, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors such as fluoxetine, Prozac, to stimulant medications such as methylphenidate, Ritalin. And so I heard somewhere the Ritalin, they want the cocaine people that want cocaine, they want just like Ritalin. This is the same thing. They take Ritalin just like cocaine. And amphetamine in its many forms, Adderall, Dexedrine, and derivatives, methamphetamine, phenethylamine. Furthermore, drugs such as MDMA, ecstasy, Molly, natural alkaloids like cocaine exert their effects in a large part. This is important also. Okay, so these chemicals that are, furthermore, drugs such as MDMA, ecstasy, natural alkaloids like cocaine exert their effects in a large part by their interaction with MATs, with these monoamine transporters. So exert their effects in a large part by the interaction with monoamine transporters. Here it says dopamine transporter, DAT6. And this is a monoamine transporter. Monoamine transporter, and you can click here, dopamine transporter, norepinephrine transporter. So the dopamine gets transported with these things. Dopamine transporter. Dopamine transporter. DHT is responsible for the NaCl, sodium chloride. NaCl, is that sodium chloride? Dependent reuptake of extracellular dopamine. DHT can also transport extracellular norepinephrine. DHTs can be found. Dopamine transporter can be found in the central nervous system, where they are localized in the substantia nigra and ventral tegmental area, central nervous system. So the brain, substantia nigra, ventral tegmental area. DHTs are found in the peripheral nervous system, also found in peripheral nervous system, where they are localized in stomach, pancreas, and lymphocytes. Wow. Various kinases have been linked to DHT regulation. So, substantia nigra. Okay, I'm going to click substantia nigra. Substantia nigra. Brain structure located in the midbrain. Substantia nigra. So it's inside the brain is what they're saying here with this. Two parts of it. So it's just the brain, the central nervous system in the brain is what they're saying. And this is the monoamine transporter. So now I'm going to go back. So monoamine transporter, this is to help transporting the dopamine, serotonin, etc. So now I'm going to go back to the other one that Augusto has found here. Back, please. Apigenin. That makes another video on Apigenin, probably.